when he said, I said, but why are you asking? He says, well, TNA is doing a 1,000 episode, and we were thinking about maybe doing one more match of the Dudleys. And I said, I could do it. I said, it's not a problem. I said, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to do the what's up. I don't want to go up on the top rope and jump off the top rope into some guy's crotch. Either you do it or we're going to find another way of doing it. Can you go on the second rope? I go, no, Bubba. I cannot go on the second rope. I'm not doing it. And of course, you know, when you watch the match, I did it anyway. Yeah. And I remember when I did that, I went, oh. I was like, I ain't doing that no more.
How did he convince you to do it?
It was more of him saying and asking, and then the adrenaline at the time. You know, it was like my ego got in the way. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I can do it. I remember looking down at my family and I went, jumping. But, you know.
Do you regret doing it?
No, I don't regret it because, I mean, again, nothing happened. If I would have got hurt, then yes. Is there moments where I feel like if I get back in the ring, I'm going to get hurt? No, I don't. I have the wrestling school in Winter Park, Florida, which is doing extremely well. And the great thing about that is that I roll around with some of the guys sometimes in the ring. So every once in a while I take bumps and I feel good when I'm in there. So there's no hesitation in how I think or feel about what I do in that ring now. But, you know, at 50 years old, I don't want to go in here and do it, like I said, until I'm 70 and 80. That's not going to happen. If we were to do one more match, it would be the last one, and that would be it. There is no one more, can you come back one more time. No, because, and I tell this to everybody when they ask, I go, every time I do one more time, that one more time is over, let a year go by. Hey, you guys look great. You can go another match. No, we can't. Stop.
There's a moment during that Dudley Boys reunion in TNA where you get into the ring and you look up and you go,
yes.
What'd that moment mean to you?
I get emotional. It was where I came from. The back surgery, the stroke, and to be able to come back and to be able to do that was just, man, it was incredible. And I thank God.
You didn't think it was possible?
No. I didn't think anybody would give me another shot to do it. And that was something that really got to me. So when I got in there and I looked up and said, thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this moment. Thank you for getting me where I am right now. Because if it wasn't for the grace of God, I wouldn't have been there. If it wasn't for the grace of God giving me the opportunity to do DDPY, I wouldn't be there. Anybody that's dealt with what I dealt with,
Watching this Devon Dudley interview.
DDPY is the way to go. You have to make the time. Stop trying to put all the weights on there and pumping out 50 sets or something. No, that yoga is the way to go. And it was because of that. And that's why I was so overwhelmed with joy. Seeing my family, sitting down at ringside, watching me, something that I never thought my daughter would see again. So it was just such a rewarding feeling to be able to get back in that ring and to do it again. Because again, without the grace of God, I wouldn't be here.
So how many more matches might you have left? How many more years?
Oh, man. I would say if I was to do one, it would be one.
One more?
I would say one more. That's
but we know how wrestling works. One more turns into another one down the line.
Yeah, but I looked at it as if I say one more, it would be one more. Because yes, I did say that for the 1,000 episode, but I realized that the training to get back into it when you're not like doing it full time, it's hard. Especially when you get to your 50, it's hard. Your late 40s going into your 50s, it's hard. So I don't know if I want to train like that again. I don't know if I would want to
go YouTube chat at
and take time away from the family, especially with the 3 little kids. I don't want to do it anymore. The money's great, I get it, but the same token, the family comes first and foremost. So I think if I do it one more time, which, there might be something in the works, I'm not sure. But if I do it, then that will be it. It's like Michael Jackson, this is it. He said it, right before he, went on to the Staples Center to do his last.
Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your chance to give back. And your safety check. Whoa. All in an incredible.
He didn't get to do that one, Devon.
Do his last, whatever. He said, this is it. This is it. This is my final performance. And that's the way I feel.
Would it have to be in WWE?
I don't think the powers that be would let that happen. Because I think they would put me, the way WWE is now, they go through so much to get somebody to, to a point where you have to prove that, you're healthy. I mean, there's guys that have, a cracked rib, and they got to go through hell and back, to try to get the okay to be able to come back. Would it be WWE? I would do it. Definitely for WWE. WWE is my home. It always has been. Just like ECW. Those two companies have been my life. No other company would come before that.
There was a tag team ladder match a few months ago in WWE, and there was a mystery team. And the Dudley Boys were thrown around, the Hardy Boys were thrown around. As like, if there's going to be a surprise, one of those would be fantastic. The Hardy Boys are still doing their thing week in and week out, and everybody knows you guys can still go too.
Right. Tables match, yes. Ladders match, those ladders hurt, man. They hurt bad. I remember when Jeff picked up a ladder, I would pray. Because I tell Jeff all the time, I go, man, you hurt me. Especially when we hung 20-something feet up in the air and I had to drop. And we always laugh about it. I love the Hardys. If I was to do anything in the ring again, it would have to be with Matt and Jeff. And, I would say Edge and Christian too, but, they're in the other, organization, AEW, and I don't think that would ever happen. When the opportunity came, when Edge left WWE and went to AEW, you had Christian and Edge there, and then the Hardys were there. And it was like we were wondering why, Tony, who is a huge fan of the business and always have been, why wouldn't he take the opportunity to be the one to put those three teams together and to do that? But he never did. So I think that opportunity is lost. But, if I was to come back and do something, it would have to be with the Hardys. And those are the only two I trust. Even though I think Jeff is out of his damn mind. But those are the only two I would trust to put my body on the line and to go in there one more time.
Quick time out from this episode, and a huge shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring this episode and for keeping me safe when I'm spending time online. Wi-Fi networks, especially free public Wi-Fi, can be compromised by criminals who are going in there and trying to steal your data. But that's not the case when you have NordVPN. And it's incredibly easy to use, whether it's on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, or whatever you're using to access the internet. And it is lightning fast. In fact, it is the fastest VPN